Welcome to Diablo 4 Belial's Return. I am Sammy. This is Sammy. You are Sammy. We are all Sammy. And we are, still working towards the season journey. I have played a little bit this weekend off stream. Nothing to advance my season progress, although in naturally playing, there were some things that were advanced anyway. So let's take a look. In particular, I have completed 3 out of the 4 reliquaries. I have just one more thing to get, so 6 more tokens, and I will have finished the season pass, as it were, all versions of them. And then on the season journey, at some point, I need to start collecting keys to try to take on Belial. This version of Belial is the one that's in his own dungeon. I have not defeated him. And I need to do it in Torment 3 or higher. Helltide we can start working on, but some of these are going to just take doing over and over again. And then I am 5 ancestral legendary items away from completing that. But the legendary amulet cache, that is expensive. I might wait until I have finished converting all of my glyphs into legendary glyphs because those cost gem fragments. I learned. So I'm going to hold off. I should not have purchased the legendary ring caches because then I found myself hurting for gem fragments. But the first thing we're going to do is complete an Artificer's tier 55 or higher. In my case, it has to be 55 because that's going to unlock Torment 4. I can't skip levels, unfortunately. Not unless I invited someone. I'm lost in my home of Skosglen. It happens. All right, here we go. Tier 55, I was just hanging out at 54 trying to level up glyphs. I got a lot of them leveled up. I've got one still below level 45. And depending on how many gem fragments I have, we'll see if that is... Ooh! Oh boy. Well, clearly I should have taken the drugs. But it's good to see. It's good to see. Where are we just in terms of raw ability? Once we go into Torment 4 and we lose all of our resistances and all of our armor, like what will that look like? And it will look like getting killed very quickly if I am not careful. Alright, I seem to have a better grasp on things. But I gotta be careful. I was gonna say, I gotta be careful of all of their Flora's lava stuff. That is gonna hurt. Alright, I'm closing this off. I'm repairing, and then I'm gonna activate Potion and Incense. Get the boost to my experience and get a real sense of how powerful I am. Or not.
See some steel you need.
I've been playing in Torment 3 for a while, and I've been like, oh, I am definitely ready for Torment 4. Alright, well, I did not want this guy blasting me, because I don't want strength, and I don't really want maximum life, so I'm not gonna use any of the stuff he gave me. I'm sorry, my dude, that's just gonna be the way it goes. So instead, I want critical strike chance and damage. So we're going to hit that. And then I want intelligence. I want all element resistance. And then I want my dodge. And sorry, anyone who has a specific build they're working towards. Okay. Now, let's try it again. Let's see what happens if I'm paying closer attention. Okay. Alright, one of the things I realized is that I need to stop hitting my Hydra button as often as I do. I usually go on this rotation because that's what I read on the build guide. But then I am kind of using them up before they really get a chance to do any damage. And so I need to just like place 2 of them and then focus on my ice shards and teleporting. Whoop! Don't teleport too far away. Okay. Well, I thought that I could get through that. Turns out I could not. Okay. Alright, I think I am playing a little bit better. I feel like every time we come back after a weekend, I feel like I'm getting a tiny bit better. I'm still waiting on a couple of pieces of ancestral equipment, just in terms of what I need for getting the build where it could be, but I do feel like I'm pretty powerful. I think once I get the hang of this, I'm gonna be fine. Famous last words, I'm sure. But yeah, like this time around, just with the incense and the potions going, I'm doing so much better. I am ripping through this, so I don't know, man. I think I'm ready for it. I just shot a wall 5 times. It's having trouble understanding the environment from the angle that I'm sitting at. So I'm like, oh, what is happening? It happens. Okay. Got a lot of people doing the floor is lava type stuff, so I'm gonna try to get my shield working. I usually hold on to it until someone has hit me with like fear or frozen, but I can use it to just block all of that. And so I should. Okay. I want to chit chat and be entertaining, but I also want to survive. What do we got? Lethal? I like a lethal shrine. That goes well with my critical potion. Well, I mean, it makes all of my hits critical, but I think it also increases critical strike damage. Okay. Yeah, man, I am feeling quite a bit better about how I'm playing. Am I perfect? No. Am I surviving? Yes. And that's the kind of professional level play you came here for. Survival. Adequacy! Yeah! Over here making jokes, and people are trying to kill me. Can't they just, like, chuckle before they try to kill me? It's almost like they're not programmed for it. Whatever. Whatever. We're doing fine this time. Boo, tin mother. Alright, well, Din Mother's dead. Alright, so that was easy. We need We need to do at least 2 more of these. Obviously, going for Belial would be a fairly easy one to do, but this one is tempting because it just seems close, except I never actually spend on legendary amulet caches. I think it's going to be these 2. I think it's going to be diving into the Helltides and then working on some of the bigger bosses and trying, and not moving up to Torment IV until we are in the Destroyer chapter. So while we're in Champion, let's stick with Torment III, just for my sanity. Okay, these are the ones that I have turned into legendaries. And then on that one, I am missing about 11,000 topaz fragments, so we're a ways away for that. And I don't know what that's going to require, but that's the one that I'm working towards. All right, so a couple more dives into the pit. That should get that one up to 45, and then I just need fragments in order to get them up to their next thing. But there's going to be a point where I just kind of have to stop hitting the pit. Well, I guess I can keep upgrading these 3 until they get to 100. But yeah, I need way more gem fragment drops. So, looking at this, I am now at the portion of the build guide on maxroll.gg where I am looking for not the, up to level 200, but now up to Paragon 228. So I have moved a few things around. I have put all of the glyphs in their new spots. And now I am just following the leveling guide for getting things newly acquired. And it is fascinating because on some of them they have you like refund and move those around. Others you have to create a bypass before you can get the refund. So it costs 3 to get 1, and feels like I might as well be producing WB movies. Come on, guys, that was great. All right. And then, of course, equipment. I need the Fists of Fate. I don't know who drops them. Hello, French fries. And then I just need any ancestral focus, and that's just a matter of having them drop. So that's where I'm at in terms of my character. But that was a good warm-up. That was a good warm-up. I'm glad you're with us, French fries. I hope you had a good weekend. Oh, don't stress it. You'll get there. You'll get there, and then you'll surpass me. And then I'll be like, ah. Okay. I think it is time to Helltide. Boo. All right. How much time do we have? 40 minutes. Hey, that's fine. Play when you can and have fun while you're doing it, man. I've already forgotten what I'm doing. Oh, okay. So, the Gifts of Mystery, we've just got to do 5 of them, but those are the expensive ones. And then we got to do Blood Maidens. Okay. So, let's just dive in. Let's just dive in and see what happens. That's what we're going to do. If you are new here, feel free to hit that follow button. We are 16 away from the goal of getting to 100. And if you want to support the channel financially, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are at 4 out of 10 on that particular goal. So you can do that. And if you're watching in the future on YouTube, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. You can leave a comment. I would prefer a time signature, but you don't have to leave one of those. You can just leave a comment, and that's fine too. And if you are into podcasts, I've got one. It's called Potato Chip Pictures. New episodes on most Fridays. There should be one coming this Friday. We will see what happens. Mother's Day kind of, you know, got in the way of recording, but that's fine. Gotta love the mamas. Boom. Good people leave a timestamp. Crazy people don't, because they make me think I'm going crazy. Alright, well, if someone's gonna run around killing everything, then I gotta keep my hydras getting out there. Let all my stuff help. Alright, alright, alright. Good. We're doing fine. Now, the thing is, I can't stay here for a couple of reasons. Pretty soon I'm going to run out of hearts. But once I do the 5 Blood Maidens, I really shouldn't stick around. I can get a lot of cinders over here, but I am not growing my wanted level. I learned last season. Alright, alright. I have not! That's my bad. Let me get in here.
Let's go.
I could always hit play on one of them. I'm worried they're sad music. Didn't you tell me they're sad songs? I listened to the first one, I listened to Daylight, and that one was okay. It went into my like songs. So I gotta be in the mood for a sad song before I want to give those a shot.
It is done.
Alright, we're gonna do that one because I need it. Well, I don't need it, but I should get it. And that came with a lot of gem fragments. Not enough, but a lot. And I'm sure I would get more if I actually went up to Torment IV. I just don't think I'm... Maybe I am ready for it. What am I doing? I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to go into Torment IV. The worst thing that could happen to me is I get killed, like, immediately, so... See, look at that. I'm still alive. Let's see. That doesn't have anything that I want, so I'm just gonna dump everything before we get back there. Good. I could always update my aspect of shredding blades. And then I notice I am below 1,000 armor, so I've got... Ooh, boy. I gotta get some stuff leveled up. I get nervous going into the next difficulty. I'm always like, how is this gonna look? Am I gonna embarrass myself? Maybe. I mean, I'm probably going in there with, well, obviously with no buffs, and so I just gotta like build that up quick. I mean, I seem to be surviving, but my controller is vibrating a lot, which tells me people are getting... Oh, they're getting a hit on me, but if I can get all of my abilities going, then whoo, they got nothing. Alright, well, let's go take this dude out. Where'd it go? I got a bit of a screen glare on the left side of my screen, so it's a little difficult to see what's happening over there. Alright, let's take everyone out. Since they're still hurting me. Okay. Alright, see? We're doing fine. Okay. I'm not worried about it. You're worried about it. The worried look that's on my face is just projection, I assure you. It is not me sitting here thinking, man, I hope it's not that I have to kill 666 of them, of the enemies during a single wanted. I hope it's something I can accrue. But we'll find out. We'll find out. And I'm pretty sure I need at least 150. Come on, dude, come down. 150 of my cinders in order to take out, or to open up even one of those mystery chests. It might be even more than that, but could be 250. But we could start by looking at 150. And so the attitude that I have towards it right now is Blood Maidens first, then the mystery chests, and then everything else that I have to do. Alright, let's figure out where that Blood Maiden is and hope we don't get killed by... Ah! Floor is lava! Dang it. Went the wrong way. I'm gonna have to set a map marker. Alright, well, I mean, we did pretty well. There. I was very close, I got a little sidetracked. I'm glad I hit the shield when I did. That would have killed me. Okay. Back into it. Alright, here we go. I've got only a few hearts left. But we'll give it a shot. As I move around and get exhausted, that's how I get my little wolves to show up. Come on. I'm also kind of hoping another player comes in. Not because I, need the help, it's more that I would like for them to start using their hearts. Because I'm out. Damn it! Alright, back into it. Back into the fight. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Gotta watch the floor. Just remember, when the floor is lava, that's when things get bad. Come on. Alright, so we got the Harbingers. Alright, alright, alright. We're doing pretty well. Oh boy. Alright, alright, alright. Just got it. There we go. I didn't need any help. See, we got this. But that does mean that we are kind of done with those for a little bit. Just for a little while. Alright. I was kind of hoping there was a second. But we can start working in that direction and work towards completing that. All right. Let's do it. Well, I mean, I was kind of hoping there would be more people, but 250. That's what we're looking for. Let's put the pin back in it. 250. Okay. Get everything that's on the ground. Sometimes it spawns new bad guys. Good. I realized I was moving away from the shaman, and I should not do that. Those guys are the ones that I want to be taking out. Thank you very much. How am I looking? I'm gonna make my face disappear. All right, I've got. I can get a little bit more, so we're looking pretty golden. Okay. Gotta stay mobile. Sometimes I stop moving, and that is when they get me. Alright. But yeah, all in all, I am really enjoying this build. I do think it's a very good build over here on Max Roll. It is the Ice Shards build. And it's a lot of fun. And what makes it unique in the season is Urivar's boss power. When I fire off my ultimate, I also fire off 4 grenades. So I turn my ultimate into a big bomb. But as you can see, sometimes I still get slaughtered because I'm not that powerful. I mean, as long as I'm moving around, I seem to be doing just fine. I get in trouble when I start chit-chatting and not taking out dudes. I got one job, and that job is taking out dudes. Okay. And every time I die, I lose half of my cinders, so it's a little more frustrating here than it would have been if I stayed in Torment 3. But Torment 3, I'd be getting lesser rewards, and who wants that? Particularly in the way of gem fragments. That's what I really need. Just a few more gem fragments. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be going after there are no more found missions for here. It's only dungeons that I am left doing in Hawazar. But I still want to get any, cinders that might be in some of the plants and whatnot. And I don't know the rhyme or the reason for why some of them have cinders in them and some don't. So I just open them all. I mean, swarming, that one, it looks all demonic and evil. That makes sense. But what about the plants? I don't know. I don't know why some of them have them.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
You're welcome. I didn't even know you were there. I'm not always the best hero. Woo! Okay. Alright. Feeling good, looking good. Excellent. Okay. I gotta try to stay mobile, but that sometimes I run out of... I just get a little too evade happy. And that's when I get myself in trouble, when I have run out, because I should try to keep one on hand just for emergencies, just in case. In case I need to beat a quick retreat. But I'm always like, no man, I need it. I need to use it to attack. Okay. We're still like 100 away. Oh boy. Oh boy. I got lucky. I got lucky. I should not have survived that. And yet, here I am, alive. Good. Okay. So we're just like 100 cinders away. Chests often have a lot of these cinders in them. Okay. Gotta make sure that I don't walk into lava. Alright. I need to ride elsewhere. I don't want to do the event. I'm sure the event would help a lot, but this event in particular is a little bit annoying, but I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, someone's here. Someone's here. Hey! 75%. Oh, of the community challenge. That's right. We are.
Why did Mother go?
We're very close on the community challenge. Guys, stop attacking. But yeah, 75%. It'll be kind of nice. And of course, Gaming Mike has just dropped another 8,000 on it. So I'm sure it's even closer. Okay. Okay. Whew. So essentially the fry play is, for those of you who are new, I usually play... I usually play on Mondays through Thursdays. And so we're gonna try to do, anyway, a fry play. Same Sammy time, same Sammy channel. But that is gonna be what we try to do. These jerks. So yeah, if you want to help out, just watch and earn your beard hairs. I know it says a different time. It says we're going to do noon to 3, but I think we're going to do regular time. Oh, trying to. It is so... I mean, it's not super warm today, but it's warm enough that it is... It has been brutal. I'm glad for the wind. Okay, come on. Finally. Torment 4 is hard, guys. Oh man, that sucks. I hate the wind as well. I just wish that it didn't knock out the infrastructure around here. Like, it's crazy. We laugh at snow. A little bit of snow and every other state closes. A little bit of wind and we lose access to the 21st century. And that drives me a little crazy. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Woo! Paragon 183, baby. Oh, and look at that. We are halfway to the sub goal. That is fantastic. Thank you to whoever hit that subscribe. And Blazin', I'm glad to have you here. Give me a moment to get somewhere safe. Because I saw something about the fibers. Oh, thank you, Blazin'. For some reason, my stuff doesn't tell me who does what. And so I never know. But, Gaming Mike points out that they advertise the high-speed fiber in our area as though it were something that were buried underground, and yet a little bit of wind, everybody loses internet. A little frustrating. Hey, there we go. Now it's telling me that it was blazing. Well, thank you for the sub. Oh boy. Things have gotten a little hectic over here. As I keep saying, turns out Torment 4 is kind of hard. Oh boy. Okay. Thank you, thank you. That was how we started the stream. And then it took me a minute to take the bait of actually going there. So we'll see. We'll see how long I stay here before I chicken out and run away. It's all good. Could you imagine if I were the type of person who was like, justify yourself for being late? Like, no. Because then I would have to justify myself for letting that happen just now. Like, exactly. Even joking about it. All right. All right. Formidable. Don't tell me who's formidable. Let's just try to survive. Dang it. I know. For real. Oh, and Blazin' just subscribed 7,000 on the community challenge while I am dead in the dust. Let me take a look at that. We're 81%. Woo, boy. And you're playing as a barbarian in T4? I hope that's what you're telling me. Okay. Let me sit up straight. And let's revive. I mean, to each their own. I had planned on using all of my character slots by just playing enough seasons. But you like to use all of your character slots in every season, and that's fair. We all do things our own little ways. Okay. Oh boy. I gotta remember to turn my shield back on. That's the thing I keep forgetting to do, and then I'm like, how did I die? And I died because I stopped caring about my shield. And they were like, hey, by the way, you need that shield. And I'm like, I don't need that shield. And then they kill me, and I'm like, oh, I need that shield. But I am getting a little bit better. I'm paying attention to the rotation and the abilities that I'm supposed to be using. Come on, hit him with my shotgun. Good golly, he's got like every elemental, but that's not good enough for me. No. I'll defeat him. Alright. Still gotta worry about my resources. Still gotta worry about hitting that shield. But I think it's a good time to head back and repair. Alright, so once again, we're getting into the hotter months, and so the full jacket, I don't think we're going to put on for a little bit. I have turned on the air conditioner because I could hear on Thursday how loud it got, and I was like, ooh, that is no good. So I'm gonna try to be better this summer about making sure not to wear something too hot, something that's gonna make me melt. Oh, darn it. Didn't really want that, but whatever. I think I'm just gonna take a look. I know I shouldn't do it, and I can't, so I'm not going to, but amulet caches, and I couldn't afford them if I wanted to. It is so very expensive. But we're getting close with some of them, and that's what scares me. Okay, back to leveling up. Let's see what this one was. Damage reduction while healthy, so that means when my health is all the way up, they do less damage at that initial level, but that could things could cascade and get out of control very quickly. So I kind of am tempted to go the route. Oh, it's the same either way. I was like, maybe I could go down here, but no, we're gonna follow the guide, and then we'll get more armor. Okay. Let's see if I can upgrade the next thing. I also want to try to keep going deeper into the pit just to see what I can handle. Before we open that, let's not get arrogant. Let's remember that things can kill me. So this time we're going to go critical strike chance. We are going to go with intelligence, resistance to all, and then I'm tempted to do the armor, even though I only needed 30, but whatever. Let's just give it our best shot. And if we can start collecting the equipment that I need, then we'll probably just be fine regardless. So, cross your fingers. Alright. I am very glad to have Subo, because then I can just kind of see, whoops, which direction I need to go. Man, but they have a lot of health or a lot of armor, and they are doing well. He makes the mini-map so much better, and so it's one of those things where you're just like, your abilities aren't the best, but boy, do you make it easier to dungeon crawl. I have thought about switching out Variana with Rahir, so I can get that bubble shield. So there, you know, I'm thinking about going off script. Some of the season challenges require you to go off script no matter what. What are you cheering at? French fries? What happened? What's Yahooable? Man. One of my items has fairly inconsistent damage because it does a bonus of like 1% up to 255%, and it just randomly cycles through them. And so there are times when I'm like, man, I am so powerful. And then other times when I'm like, I am doing nothing to these people. And I think it's that item. Alright, let's get the channeling going. Good. Darn it. Alright, well that was only one. Still, a little frustrating. Just keep hitting them. Just keep hitting them. There. Alright, alright. Focused up. Clearly I can't skip straight to 65. Gonna need to do 60 again to try to do it without dying. That's my own little personal challenge to myself. There. I'm sure that's not everybody in the floor, but that's enough. That's enough of the people on the floor. Alright, alright. Okay, we're doing fine. Right now, I am sticking with mostly monosyllabic words. Sometimes I'll throw in a second syllable in there just to make myself happy. But definitely having trouble with the words because I'm trying to survive. Hopefully, I don't sound like a fool. But I think I do. I'm a little bit self-conscious about it. Ah! Oh, that wasn't too bad. Okay! There's 2 syllables. Man. I think I'm doing fine, but I need to be finding more elites, because they're the ones who really add to the timer. There's one. So if I can get him knocked out. There we go. And we're looking fine on health. I gotta get away from the floor is lava. If they are firing off the lava, I gotta get away from it. Yeah, my weekend was alright. It was okay. It was fine. Tried to recharge a little bit. Did the best I could. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Feel a little guilty. I couldn't get my mother anything for Mother's Day, which always sucks, but hopefully next year. But I hope you guys had a good weekend. Woo! Okay. Got these guys. Taking them out. Whoa! Oh no! Oh! Well, that worked out. I was a little nervous they were gonna get me. But I survived. Okay. Still 5,000 away. I did get to see her this weekend, and we got to have lunch, and that was nice. It was a good time, and but I think that's pretty much the best description of it. It was a weekend. It existed. All right. So this is the one I gotta start working on till I can get the other one. But we're gonna have to do 60 again. I gotta remember that I died. I did not make it. And on the amulet, we do not have what I want. At least let me make sure that that's the case. Every once in a while I'm going to be looking at the build guide on maxroll.gg. I am still in the ancestral portion until I can find the mythics that I need. But Icy Touch is not one of the ones that they would recommend for this particular build. That's okay. All right. Not too bad. Not great, but not bad. So I do need to make sure I head to the Tree of Whispers and get that. And I can upgrade something that uses the shredding blades at this point. Thinking about rolling the dice on focuses, because now the Purveyor of Curiosities is actually worth it. They're giving things that are useful for a change.
Have a wee gamble.
And so I think I'm going to roll the dice a few times. I'm going to make my face disappear just so I can see what's happening.
Hello. Shame that. Hello, shine. Hello. Not a bad pull, that. Hello, shining.
All right. None of them were ancestral. All right. Well, I mean, it was worth rolling. We got a couple of upgraded aspects. That's good.
Some steel you need. Better than starting.
But at this point, I'm really just looking for ancestral. Same with the Fists of Fate. I'm going to look that up. Fists of Fate apparently is a random drop, and it'll happen in things like Helltide events. So, as that seems to be what I am working on in the season, you know, doing the Helltide related stuff, we could give that another shot. I'm thinking about dropping back down to Torment 3 just to get it taken care of. Let's go to the Tree of Whispers and get something with Torment 4 enabled. Like, I don't want to jump down, cash this in, and then get less reward than I would have. Or it might just hold on to it and pick up where I was at Torment 3. I don't know how it works. But I think we're going to go materials because I need the gems. I need the gems! And I don't need ancestral leg guards. So yeah, gems is what we're going to hope for. And we got some. Like 2,000 of the topaz, which is good. Little by little, we're getting closer there. Okay. And new horse armor. I'm happy for that too. Things are looking up. Okay, so the Helltide hasn't started yet. We got like 4 minutes before it actually kicks off. I think I am going to drop back down to Torment 3 just to try to get through the seasonal challenges. If I find it to be intolerable, then we can switch back. But, you know, looking at this, like defeating Belial, it just has to be done at Torment 3. I think going to Torment 4 and throwing myself at that problem would frustrate me when I'm going to be plenty frustrated by the Destroyer chapter. I really should just try to get through the Champion chapter, if that makes sense. That's going to be the way I go. And to celebrate making a decision, let's get a free drink of water. But you could be spending your beard hairs on drinks of water. Or some beverage. It's not always water. I do have water on the standby. And who knows, maybe I'll have to switch out the standby for an actual cold water. What decision did I make? Belial, Torment 3, and Helltides, Torment 3. Okay, if that is the case, I'm going to go here. They do it all the time. They just keep growing. That's the great thing about beard hairs as a piece of currency. They're just constantly growing back. Okay, I'm gonna take a shot at Belial because I still enjoy him. And Belial is still a pain in my butt. And it appears she is a pain in everybody's butt. I have not tried the newest top layer boss in the Hantu. I have taken out Urivar many, many times. And I have never gone for the bigger one, who I assume is Hatred. But I don't know, because I've never seen. But there are 3 that will give me, Horde materials. And so I'm going to try... No, none of them do. I need to have, what's his name show up? Belial. I've had him show up twice. Neither time on stream, and in both situations, I beat him in one, and then in the second one he beat me, and it was very frustrating because you don't get a second try. Ugh. Get him. Trying to watch the floor. As well as this dude. Gotta make sure that I don't get like right in front of him as he's about to fire off one of his things. Okay. Okay. I think we're doing pretty well.
I find things, even if they don't.
As long as he doesn't go into the ground again, and I don't think he does. I think he's only got 2 phases where he goes underground. But yeah, if Belial pops out, and if I beat him, then I'll get the material to summon him, and that would be one more part of the season journey completed. So cross your fingers. I'm going to hold off for 3 more seconds just to make sure I am fully ready to go if he decides to come out. It looks like he did not decide to come out. Pretty much all of that is going to go away. Taking a look, I could go after Andariel several times and give that a shot. But we are now at a place where I can have Helltides, so I'm going to work on that. There's a better chance of getting the stuff I need in the Helltides than anywhere else.
Greetings. How shall I guide my heart?
Melt it all down. I don't want any of it.
Return soon.
Just burn it. I always like to see if there is a Helltide in Nahantu, and this time there is not. And I probably should have teleported in from Dry Steps. Nah, I don't need to. So Blood Maiden is probably over there. We'll find out. I'm not too worried about surviving over here. I have no idea what I was pinned to. If I was supposed to get something and I forgot all about it, let me know, because I don't remember why I had a pin on the map. But what we're saving for is 250. Ooh, ooh. I think she is out. And even though I can't afford to summon her, I can certainly help out in killing her. And that is really all that's required for this challenge, this part of the season journey. Okay. I really like that laser. I think it is the Wandering Death's power. I have not really experimented with the other boss powers. I will on the next part of the season journey. Okay, we are doing fine. There she is. Whew. I'm gonna offer one just to be a part of this. But we are saving up to 250. I do need to defeat the Blood Maiden, I think, 2 more times, but after that I don't think I'm going to stick around. I think I'm going to head out, let these guys work on it. Because, as you can see, my wanted meter just stops. And we learned that last season. I don't remember who it was who told me, but as I need the wanted meter to go up. We don't want to be here any longer than we need to be. But I think I'm doing fine. I think I'm a part of things. I'm usually feeling a little bit anxious, like, am I actually a part of this, or am I just watching other people fight? But I think I'm helping. I think I'm contributing. Not by much. I gotta get my boosts back. Okay, let me contribute one more. And this is the last one. I'm also wasting whispers, just in case I am contributing to anything by killing random dudes. I am wasting those whispers simply by not heading to the Tree of Whispers. Yeah. Monosyllabic. That's my focus vocabulary. I don't feel like I need to stay super focused, but at the same time, every time I look away, that's when things start killing me, and I'm like, oh, I'm still killable. That was the last one of those. So, I'm gonna head up here, let them be like, are you gonna be a part of this? And I'll be like, no. They'll be like, come back. And I'll be like, no. They'll be like, please. And I'll be like, no! And they never listen. Okay. Back to here. Then, just how I'm sitting, because I was sitting uncomfortably. Okay. So after I open this, I'm going to take a look to see how we're doing. Darn. I mean, we're going to have to go with the boots, but I don't need boots. And that's what's kind of frustrating me. If I get better boots, then great. I will put them on. I will see how they do. These ones have everything that everything I want. They've got mana per second, which is low, but they've got it. Intelligence, and it's maxed out, and maximum life. So this one I could try swapping out, but I don't know, it seems like such a minimal improvement. Well, let's see what else we drop. Because we never know, maybe this other pair is even better. Nope, it's the same thing. Slightly worse. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold on to the boots that I've got, and that'll just go towards breaking down ancestral items. I doubt we're ever going to get the one for
You can still use these.
completing the ancestral caches from the jeweler. That I just don't think I'm going to have the ability to do that. Okay. All right, fine. Blazin redeemed a posture check, so we'll sit up straight, show off the tie.
Even here.
Okay. Now we're powerful. Oi! Ho-ho! So I can assume it's going to cost about $250, and I have that now. So I can look for the mystery box. There it is. Let's go get it. Maybe, if I can navigate. Ah! There we are. I knew I could navigate. I knew I could drive this horse. Alright, well, the event did not load in. Okay. 250. What'd they say? 3 or 5 of these? I think it's 5. And it's 3 of the Hellborn. Let me take another look. So we've done the Blood Maiden. Okay, it's 1 out of 5. And then I just need to find another Hellborn. And I just need to do the... there's... whoops. Turns out, you can't just stop playing the game in a danger area. That's a bad idea. Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this particular fight. I have no idea. Oh, I did do it. Sweet. Hopefully it's got the gloves I'm looking for, but it does not look like it, and that's fine, whatever. Maybe I didn't want those gloves. Alright. So essentially what I'm doing is trying to save up another 250. But I imagine that in order to spend them, I'm going to need to go north. Which is fine. It's fine. But I'm trying to do it on foot because I have a bad habit of getting on my horse and riding past everybody who could actually give me the stuff I'm looking for. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna ride. Just get away from all this fighting. And I'm like, that's kind of the opposite of what the game wants me to do. So I'm gonna try to stick around and fight as I slowly make my way north. Okay. Good. I'm also trying to look at the mini-map, and if there are dudes in a convenient area, then I will come back and get them and knock them out, but I'm not going to do some of these events because I don't love them. We're doing just fine. Just fine. I could probably handle this in Torment 4, but I would get so frustrated every time I die because we're just trying to get through the season journey. That's the important thing every season. It's getting through that season journey. If we do the other stuff, cool, but it's not the priority. Yep, give me all the stuffs. All the rewards. I like it when they summon more dudes. I don't think it helps any, like I don't think it makes any of the the gauges go up if I get summoned dudes, but I feel better about it. And I'm pretty sure they're good for experience. I don't know, there's a lot of subsystems in this game that I just assume work in the way that I would imagine they do. And that's not always the case. Sometimes they do things differently than I would imagine. So feel free to correct me if I ever say something that is absolutely incorrect. I'll still only live in my version of reality, but, you know, feel free to correct me. Okay. I mean, we're very close to getting another Hellborn 2 spawn. Well, we gotta get the wanted meter all the way up, and then we gotta get it to drop all the way down. So we're not that close. But we're closer. I like it when that guy happens. I always check on those doomsayers because the ones who explode into cinders make me happy. Good. We're 5 away from just being at 250, not from anything else that important. But that's what I'm looking for, is 250 at a time. And the next one will appear up here.
Even here.
So we'll just take out some dudes, just get safe, you know. As we have learned in Helltides, you can always find a safe place to stand. I definitely don't get myself killed by standing in the wrong spot for too long. That doesn't sound like something I would do, no! Okay. Excellent. Alright, now I actually can be reckless because I got a protection shrine, which is my favorite. Okay. So that's 2 out of 5. I doubt there's going to be another one in this area. Yeah. So only one at a time spawns. So at this point, we're just waiting for them to respawn, which they will do on occasion. And then I can go and do both sides of the map. So yeah, right now I'm just working towards getting my wanted level all the way up and trying to make sure that I find people to attack when that happens. There are many times when I get my wanted level all the way up and then there's no one around, and so I'm wasting it. In terms of going for the challenge, you know, there's no such thing as wasting something that happens all the time. Okay, so we're getting in a dangerous spot. I see dudes over there. And Paragon 185, baby. Okay, what would be the best direction to go when I get all the way wanted? I think I want to go to the east. I'm surprised it still hasn't fired off yet. There it is. Okay. Now I gotta get to killing a lot of things. Okay. I see dudes over there. Oh no. I'm back. When they spawn behind me, that's always frustrating because then I'm backtracking and I don't want to be backtracking. I want to be front tracking. You know, good old front tracking. Okay, that was probably not very many. Yeah, front tracking. It's like when you're following someone, but you're in front of them, and so you're heading someone. Okay. Let me take these dudes out and then see where we are at. We have not had a new spawn on the chests. We just need to get 3 more mystery chests and a lot of dudes killed with a max threat level. So yeah, with a lot of these, it's just a matter of doing them.
Is someone there?
Yeah, someone's here.
Dark.
I'm not a big fan of this one.
Stay. Grandfather was supposed to walk me home.
Yeah, grandfather's probably dead. Like, if you're dead, chances are grandpa's dead. You know? I don't get the impression that in the apocalypse, grandparents are your most reliable get home safely escorts. I don't know. Maybe you got a buff grandpa. Trust that grandpa. Okay, we're still alive. Gotta make sure that if these elites show up, they don't force me out of the circle or kill me in like one hit. They'd like doing both. Alright, just gotta kill all the remaining dudes. Anyone left? No. Still have not found the thing I'm looking for, and that's fine, whatever. What do we got in here? Whenever I run out of resources, that's when I'm starting to panic. I'm like, what do I do? I can't hit anymore. My punches are out. But then other times I have plenty of punches ready to go. And I feel quite powerful. Okay. So right now, in case you're wondering what I am doing, I am just trying to kill dudes, get my wanted level up. I've got to do a lot of killings with max wanted. Oh, dang it. I think I just immediately messed that up. I thought it was something different and then walked right out of it. I never do that on stream, do I? Now there's going to be all these clips of me picking my nose on camera. That would be my nightmare. That would be my nightmare. Okay. So I have enough for another mystery chest. I just need to actually find one. So let me get rid of all of these dudes, make sure there's no stuff falling on my head. Don't see one there, so let's go south.
There are too many!
Sorry. Best of luck to you. Alright, back in here. And there aren't any. And I got myself killed because I'm a big dum-dum. Let's just go and repair. I lost all of my wanted level. Yep. I was a big dum-dum just then. I don't have gum to give, so I'm sorry on that part. But I fully agree on the big dum-dum sentiment.
More there than I thought.
Yeah,
I'll
that's...
keep my forge hot.
Doesn't have what I want.
Horseshoes and nails. What do you need?
What are we at? 269. It's not enough! Alright, let me take a look at my Paragon board now that it has been updated. And it looks as though from here, I'm going to make my way down, over, down, over, down. So that's good. Some of these things are going to be worth my attention. This one's going to be frustrating because I have to buy these 3 in order to get this 1 returned. All right, back into it. And at this point, I can pretty much assume that there's not likely going to be another drop of mystery chests. So at this point, I'm just working towards my wanted level. Well, and anything I find on the ground. There's lots of these things. Okay. Well, that was strange. I was not expecting them to go in that direction. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Since there are other players running around, that always gets me nervous, and I'm like, oh, is there something I could be getting? There is not. There is not something I could be getting. They have not spawned in. I could get these other chests. Maybe I'll look to see what this is. It's what I want. It's the gauntlets. I'm gonna do it. I want focuses, and I want Fist of Fate to be an ancestral. Didn't get any Fists of Fate there. Fine, whatever. Okay. Lots of dead dudes. Diamond is fine, it's just not what I want. What I want is turquoise. Maybe I want even more than that, but for now, I'm looking for the turquoise. Okay. Obviously, I'm taking whatever they give me. Because if it's a gem that I don't need a lot of, then I can make those amulets that I will eventually want to do. Because I do want to do everything in the season journey. It's just, right now I'm working on completing the chapter, not necessarily completing the journey itself. And I think I'm more likely to complete the chapter dealing with Helltides And maybe Belial. But that's another thing that requires luck. And luck-based mechanics often frustrate me. Okay, lots of dead dudes. Now I'm hoping that a Harbinger will spawn from all of this stuff. Because they pretty much always have what I want. Well, not everything I want, but they have the cinders. And I want cinders.
Bless you.
I didn't sneeze, but thank you. I don't know why he blessed me, but, you know. Certainly! Come on in. Send me the request. And we will work on Helltides together. Now, if you see any mystery boxes or, you know, the gold chests spawning, I hope you will tell and let me know. Because right now, they have not Ah! Dang it, I did it again. I'll let them kill me again. Alright, let me get a quick repair. Yeah, one per area, and I got both of them on this one. So I doubt that they're going to respawn. In previous seasons they could, but I don't think they're going to do that this time around.
I'll keep my forge hot.
You better. So once again, my wanted level got fully reset. That's going to be my big frustration, is trying to get my wanted level back up. I was also looking at my mini-map trying to figure out where everything went. And it's because Subo went back to the mercenary area. Now I have to look at the screen like everybody else does. Okay. So I am kind of guessing as to where baddies could be, just so you guys know. Okay. I'm gonna head in this general direction because I would like to see if there is an event. Because the internet tells me that the gauntlets I want, there it is, are most likely to drop in world events, things like that. Holy crap. Stranger, get me up. Come on, stranger. Help a brother get up. What a jerk. He waited until he finished it. I'm not gonna say thank you. That wasn't worth a thank you. There. Okay, so we got them angry. We haven't gotten them all the way up. But I need that bar to get marked all the way. Okay. Lots of dead dudes. Once again.
Is someone there?
Yes,
Dark
little
all
baby.
around. Why
Someone
do I
there.
go? I don't want to be alone.
You're not alone. Literally standing right here. Okay. These ones where I have to plant my feet are always the hardest. Yep, go that way. Get moving, little ghost baby. You can do it. Walk to where that ghost barbarian is. There. Now, of course, the goal is mastery, because I'm hoping that it will give me the gloves I want. Eventually, I want to focus as well, but I could just roll for those at the Purveyor of Curiosities. So I haven't been as worried about the focus as I am with the gloves. Me? Alright, well, that feels good. Still not what I wanted, though. Fine, whatever. Okay, yeah, I don't think they're gonna respawn with any other of these, mystery caches. I imagine that I'll just have to wait until the next Helltide. So until then, why not? Okay, what did I get? I'm gonna have heavy sighs every time I'm not a lucky person. I'm about to say something. This is not financial advice. This is not any kind of advice for what to do with your money, but it is something I have been considering doing with the no money that I have. There are those real life betting markets. I think one of them is called Poly Market. I could be wrong as to what it's called. But there, essentially, someone makes a bet about something that will happen in the real world. And other people will take that bet, or they will say, yes, I also think that will be the thing that happens. And I have heard that there are some people out there who are just taking the realistic bet. So if someone's like, the world's going to end on Tuesday, someone takes the bet of, no, I bet it's not going to end on Tuesday. So I have been thinking about that, just going to these betting markets and taking the stupid bets and seeing if I can make any money doing that. Or if they have the odds set up in a way where I would essentially just get my money back and it wouldn't be profitable at all. I don't know. I've never set up a profile. And I don't think you should. Again, not financial advice. Do not listen to a poor man for financial advice. Oh boy. This is the part where things start to get a little bit stressful. If I can stay up for another couple of seconds. There it is. Then, just gotta stay alive a little longer. I'm waiting until my health starts to drop. I panicked. I felt my controller vibrate. That's okay. There he is. I've already taken out all of the Hellborn, I think. So I've really just been working towards collecting the other thing. I'm going to briefly take a look just to make sure that's verifiable. Yeah, so I'm just looking for killing monsters while at max threat level, or at wanted level, whatever they call it, and then finding the mystery boxes. And the mystery boxes, it appears, are only spawning once per area and once per Helltide. So I might as well just spend the rest on whatever I can find. Because did you know you get experience just for opening these Helltide chests? Like, they're not just a way to get more loot. You can also get some experience. I'm sorry, Blazin'. I'm doing it to you again. You're like, all right, I'm ready to go. I'm on my horse. You got on your horse. Let's go. And then I immediately get off my horse. Come on. Come on. Come on. Jump. Oh my gosh. My horse didn't want to jump the gap. My horse was a little bit scared. And now he's scared of monsters, so I gotta go on foot for no more time. My poor horse. I should probably swap it out, but it's supposed to be one of the fancy horses. Alright, alright. I don't think... Ooh, let's do this event, if you don't mind. Because again, I really want to get the stuff I want to... Oh, come now. I want to get the Fists of Fate as an ancestral version. That's where I'm kind of having some issues. Excellent. I like how quick that event is. Yeah, spend those cinders. I'm gonna try to make sure I don't get hit by a meteor, but I do want to put a pin in the next one. Okay, where is another one? I'm gonna put a pin. I'm pretty sure we have, well, I'm pretty sure I have enough. I have no idea about you. I don't know what you're sitting on. Forces of hell have grown angry. I think they're mad at me for killing their friends. Okay, that's fair. I would be pretty mad too. Good. Blazin's gonna get here and there's gonna be no one left to kill. Because that's how I do. Okay, yeah, 150. I can afford that. And I can't take it with me in the next Helltide, so I might as well spend it here. Now, Blazin, feel free to jump in the chat and let me know. Do you have to take out the Blood Maiden 5 times? Like, is that part of what you're working towards for your season journey? Because I am totally fine with helping out getting you there. I now have 4 hearts, so I can actually contribute. But I haven't gone over there because I've been trying to get my wanted level to go up. So if it has been frustrating to you, if you've been like, I want to take out the Blood Maiden, just let me know. We can do that. Okay, good, good, good. I have also done the Blood Maiden. That ended up being probably the easiest part of this Helltide challenge. I think the mystery chests are just going to take time, and I might end up completing that. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll go overtime today just so we can complete it. Alright, well, I'm not seeing any other dudes down here. So I might as well head back up here. Get the guys, the champions. I always forget what they're called, but you gotta get them. Aha! I had a feeling that would be the case. Mwahaha! Whereas me, I only have to be in T3, and that is the reason I have been hanging out in T3. So I apologize, Blazin, if you want to abandon my world, feel free. You're not beholden to stay with me as I work towards something that is not helping you at all. But I am going to check north just to see. In seasons prior, there would be a chest refresh at least once during the Helltide. And so I keep thinking, like, surely there will be more chests. You don't need to hop off. I'm just telling you now, I'm probably not going to be jumping into T4 until I have to. Okay, taking a look. Yep. So we're just going to be waiting for another thingy. Helltide. That's what it's called. But what we can work on is just finding dudes to kill and collecting that wanted level. Kind of sticking close to Blazin. Just to see what happens. Okay. These are some very powerful guys, my guys. I promise you. No, I shouldn't be making fun of them. They have caused me troubles. They have beaten me a few times. We would have gone through a couple of more wanted levels if I had not died a few times. So they are definitely able to kill me. If I ignore them and mock them, I'm really just mocking myself. Oh, I'm blind. It's like I have no idea what I should be working on. Okay. I got one of the tortured effigies. Let's see. Oh, nope. Okay. Now we should get it. Ah! Yeah, I have no idea what that event was, but that was pretty dope. Oh, it was a Helltide event. No wonder I haven't seen it. I don't think I've seen all of the Helltide events. There are some of them out there that are still new for me. Still didn't get what I wanted, though. Alright, I've got enough for these amulets. I was gonna say, if you've got what it takes, Make sure to spend them. We don't get to take them with us. And if I get enough to open another chest, great. But I doubt that I will.
Is someone there?
Boo.
Dark. All
I
around.
know it's dark.
Why did Mother go? I don't want
She
to
must
go.
have stopped loving you. You probably shouldn't have asked for all that candy. Everyone kept telling you, your mama will stop loving you if you keep asking for candy. And what did you do? You kept asking for candy, and now you're a ghost, and your mama's gone. At least that's how I think that event played out in the past, and that's how we have gotten here. Okay, okay. I'm always nervous about planting my feet, especially if someone comes up with Flora's lava abilities, particularly poison and fire. I've got a shield. My shield does a pretty good job. But it is the thing that I am most nervous about with this particular event. It's kind of being stuck in one spot. Alright, well, I'm ready to ride. Never mind. Grrr! Grrr! Frustrating! Thank you. I was very close to getting my wanted level back. That's okay. We've got another Helltide coming up in about 7 minutes. And I can just restart. Okay. Gotta stay healthy and alive. I don't know... Oh, I can open this one. Even with that embarrassing death. Alright, what do we got? There we go. Okay. We got about 1 minute and 45, and then I think I would like to dive back into the pit and just work on doing a tier 60. Again, might be a little on the low side for Blazin'. Blazin', who laughs at all of these enemies trying to cause damage. Okay. Still got 1 minute left. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, now I'm heading back to... Now I'm heading back to Karagar. Assuming they're not gonna get me. Good call, Gaming Mike. Also, thank you for grabbing that ban for me. And when I finish this, I am definitely gonna replace the water with a cold one. It's a little warm in my house. I imagine you can start to see the sweat forming on my head. I'm glistening. Okay. Then let's test your metal in a T60. only made this character yesterday and it's already ripping through everything. I'm not bitter.
What's still got some good in it?
Well, before we dive in, I need to do a couple of things. It is very tempting to want to either grab a fan or to turn on the air conditioner, but I could hear how whiny it sounds. I gotta stand away from that guy. Okay. I do gotta stay cool. But man, it is such a nasty sound when that air conditioner starts running. And we've only got an hour and 5 minutes left, so let's not panic about it. Alright, if you are ready for it, let's give it a shot. Let's see how well we do. I'm going without any incense, no potions. I might turn them on later. I just wanted to see how well we would do. Blazing, rocking the deluxe armor. Okay. I mean, so far, I would say we are doing pretty well, Blazin'. I would say we make a fairly good team. Assuming I don't get myself blown up by walking in the lava. Okay, I really like my ultimate. And it's because of the boss powers. I imagine if I were trying this ultimate without the boss powers, I think I would forget that it exists often. Okay, now we're splitting up because I just wanted to try going to a different direction. It might not be smart. But we're gonna try it anyway. Okay, we're doing fine. This is my doing fine face. Okay. Ah! Alright, well, I found Blazin'. I found Blazin'. Blazin' found me. Okay. Gotta keep my Hydras out. I usually relaunch them long before they have expired. Oh, I found... I'm gonna move on to the next part, because I don't like to backtrack. I don't have the movement speed to be going backwards. And when Blazin' gets here, he'll just rip through everything anyway, so... I might as well have a bit of a head start. Whoop! I keep getting stuck on the environment. All right. Ooh! I was out of my flame shield. That's what stops them from making me fearful. And I have just been... Oh no! I'm sorry, Blazin'. And I was too far away to res you. I apologize. But at least it wasn't me. Yeah! I'm the one looking competent this time. Mm-hmm. Maybe. Assuming I don't go getting myself killed over here. I'm just panicked because I got a lot of people. I seem to be doing a pretty good job of taking them out. Yep, yep. Just teleport in, take him down. Oh, man. There are times when this character works really well. Let's just make sure I'm not walking into anything that'll hurt me. Okay. Those were pretty good rewards. And we still got 4 glyphs, or 4 upgrades, because I've got 1 extra one. Finally getting that one. 1, 2, and that one. Sweet! I did it. I did. I finally outlived blazing in one of these, and now I have all of my legendary glyphs. So really at this point, I'm just getting things going all the way. What am I waiting a minute for? Are you shocked by something? Well, while he makes me wait... Yeah, man. All of them now. That was what I did this weekend. I was working on side quests, doing the dungeons, and then only maxing out at tier 54 on the pits. I was like, I'm not going to get ahead. We're just going to do that. So... give me a moment. I'm going to go grab a cold water in case you guys want to make me hydrate for the last hour. Because this guy, it's a little too warm. Where's this guy? This guy. This one is cold. And then I'll make it warm just by, doing that. Okay, now that I'm caught up, your sorcerer is already with glyphs at 80. That's incredible. But yeah, I got all of them up to legendary. So if we were to take a look at this, really we're at a place where some of these might not be running all of their bonuses just because I haven't purchased everything in their range. Yeah, we can give that a shot. Let me just make sure. Okay, maybe all of them have their bonuses going now. Excellent. Okay. I have been worried that I lost stuff when I made the big switch. But, okay, let me get out of here. Make sure you repair. You don't even worry about it. No worries. I need to melt some stuff down. I am tempted by a 2-star, but it's not part of the build. It's not part of the build. I could try. Nope, it's not worth it. I don't know why I start thinking I could just swap out some of these things. I don't know who Hatar is, but come on in. Okay, good. Because I still have streaming mode turned on where it will not allow me to see your real name, so I don't see Blazin. But I don't have 80 unlocked, so you're going to be the one who has to fire it off for me. Just so you know. If you're trying to show off here with whichever sorcerer you're rocking. But we'll get another level up, I'm sure of it. Oh, good. You cannot do it solo. So you brought me. I probably should have put on some drugs, but I wasn't thinking. Got... Alright, you keep working over there. Keep them out of my face for a second. I'm gonna put on all of my stuff. And if you want any of my incense, you can have it. If not, you get it anyway! But I didn't have my armor boosts up, any of that stuff, so, you know, every once in a while, I've got to remember that I am a part of things and I need to help. Okay. Just keep blasting them. Blasting away. But I also gotta stay out of... Ooh, any floor is lava like that dude just did to me. There. That'll take care of him. I'll show him who's boss. Okay. Now, one of the things that I am excited to do as part of the season journey when I get to the next chapter is that they have specific challenges related to boss powers. And often with these seasons, I usually just follow the meta and just do whatever they say is best. But I won't be able to finish the season journey that way if I want to finish it. I gotta try out the other boss powers and experiment, and I'm excited to do that. I may want to go off book. As much as I like Urivar's ability, it may not be the one we go for towards the end. And I have now just taken away 2 of your thingies. Thank you for the revive. So I apologize, Blazin. And again, I make sure I'm the first one running inside. Alright, I don't see any poison firing, so we should be safe. Definitely take that. Okay. I mean, I should be getting close to them in order to use my last wave, but they're so much stronger than me. I hope you're doing well, Blazin. Because I am not helping much. Once this guy is gone, everyone's gonna see just how powerful I am. You guys all wait. It's gonna happen real soon now. Okay. Oh, nope, never mind. Blazin's here to show them all who's really boss, and it's not me. Okay. Like, the real goal is to get in there and, like, freeze them or something. But then I gotta get out of the poison. That poison damage. Okay. Okay. Now, you guys may not believe this, but I don't usually run a tier 80. I have not unlocked that yet, personally. So, that's the reason why I am not doing a lot of damage to this guy. Oh! Oh! I was afraid he was about to pop and make me die. Alright, well, I have no idea which way to go to find more baddies. Oh, we might have to go back to the previous area. That may be everybody. And I don't... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I don't really have the move speed to be backtracking. So, there. If I can teleport, then I'm doing pretty good on the move speed. Okay. Oh boy. We've almost got him down one portion of his health bar. We did it! One portion of the health bar. Now I gotta... Oh no. Gotta watch out for the floor is lava. I mean, we're over halfway. But as always happens, I do have to be careful for things like that. I'm a low priority. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't try to get me back up unless you know I'm alive or you're alive. All right. All my things are recharged if you're ready. I'm ready. Oh. Okay. We're in our super focus mode. As long as I stay out of the lava, I should be fairly good. Of course, that's how I felt last time, and then I got right inside the lava. Alright, he is down, but I gotta stay out of the lava. Oh, face was itchy. Don't get me up. Unless you're safe, but I'm in a pretty dangerous spot over here. Oh, well, we ran out of time anyway. I apologize. I held you back, Blazin. That's what happens sometimes. But I am abandoning. I hope you're okay with abandoning. Okay, good. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky fight. Of course, I still want to try to survive at tier 60. That's brutal. I hate when that happens. But for now, what I need to be doing, of course, it's always fun to embarrass myself in front of the internet and let everybody see just how little I am able to keep up. But let's take a look over in the Forgotten Peaks. I stayed alive for a while, and then I started dying a lot. Alright, so we are saving up to 250. And that's what I gotta do. Okay. I'm gonna go get this Harbinger. I don't think I am in the area with Harbingers. Isn't it weird how that happens? You'll be like, I'm doing just fine in this difficulty, but then one level up and everything changes. It's a strange thing. But anyway, I am working towards these Helltide events because I keep reading that the gloves that I'm looking for are more likely to drop just out in the open world. And so if I can survive and get mastery on these events, then in theory, I should get what I'm looking for. And I believe that is mastery, yes. So at this point, I'm just waiting for that guy. Boo, again. Okay. If you are new here, why don't you hit that follow button? We're trying to get to 100 followers. You could get us there. You and 15 of your friends could get us there. If you want to support the show financially, the best way to do that is to hit that subscribe button. If you're sitting on a Prime subscription, you've already given Daddy Bezos your money, why don't you click that button above my head and I'll take my cut from Daddy Bezos's little bit of change. If you're watching in the future on YouTube, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. You can leave a comment. That is always welcome. I would prefer you give me a time signature just so I don't think that you're crazy or that I'm crazy or that some combination of the two of us has become insane. But it's not required. Do what you gotta do. And then, of course, if you are into podcasts, I got one. It's called Potato Chip Pictures. There is new episodes most Fridays. And we'll see if there's going to be a new one. There was Mother's Day last weekend. That did get in the way of recording. And so we just got to make sure that we've got the time to record this week and that I've got the time to edit the episode together. But unless you hear otherwise, plan on a new Potato Chip Pictures this Friday. In fact, I'm excited for when we do record the next episode because I am pretty sure that I'm going to like the movie more than my co-host does. I don't want to say it just in case he's hanging in the chat, just lurking. which, you know, everybody's welcome to lurk. There are the emojis specifically for it. But I think he left the movie feeling like it was a lame one, and I left the movie feeling like that was a lot of fun. So it'll be exciting when we actually record to see how he felt about it. I got a soft spot for Roger Moore as James Bond. I don't want to have that soft spot. I don't like the Bond comedy movies, but he's a charming man. Okay. Still working towards another 140. Sometimes you just get stuck. And you gotta kill all the bad guys that are making you stuck. Okay. Some of these guys are strong. Some of them are pushovers, and I feel like I'm able to take them out really easily. And then others, I'm like, wow, how are they muscling through all of my attacks? Ah, gotta get your masterworking done. At some point, I am going to hit a few nightmare dungeons, maybe compasses, probably not tonight. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Yeah. Tempering is still my least favorite thing to do, but now that I have a couple of scrolls of restoration in my stash, I feel a little more confident about ruining a piece of armor and then trying again with a scroll of restoration. Ah, I was sitting here thinking, like, why are these dudes red? It's because they're vampires. All right. Good job, dude. You put up a good fight. So I need 100 more in order to open that mystery cache. I don't want to go to the maiden, the blood maiden, because then my wanted level will stop going up, and that's the other thing I need. Yep, you guys are real vicious like. Okay. Excellent. Always glad when there's another harbinger. But I gotta watch out for the floor. If they're gonna, you know, start exploding the floor, I'm susceptible to explosions. It's like the second or third thing that I'm weakest to, both in video games and real life. In fact, back in the day when I used to use the dating apps, I thought my most clever contribution to the dating apps was in the About section when they would say, "What is your greatest weakness?" And I would say, "Piercing damage." And I laughed every time I read that. And I kept wondering why I wasn't getting any matches. I am significantly funnier than people around here deserve. You can always count on someone who tells you they are funny.
You're a saint.
Of course, I'm a saint. I'm like the best there ever was. Alright, did I do it? That's good. Blazin', that's good. I don't think that the dating apps are designed to actually help you meet anyone. In fact, I think that they are most likely to figure out who, like, what type of people you are attracted to in order to discourage you. And so they'll put in front of you people that you might find attractive, but who are not attracted to you. And I think that is by design. Of course, there might be a different story if you give them money. I never have. I never want to. Because why reward someone for failure? Like, the dating apps can't work for free, and therefore I'm gonna give them money? Like, no. So I've never tried out the premium memberships. I have no idea if they're useful, if they're a scam. Just couldn't tell you. But whenever I get on a dating app, I'm usually just trying to make myself chuckle. I genuinely don't think that, oh my gosh, these guys popping up right when my horse comes in. Anyway, I just try to make myself chuckle when I do it. I have the opposite issue. I am shallow. And that gets me in trouble because someone's attractiveness to me is variable. It will change based on their personality. And so when I'm just looking at pictures, I'm only looking at the attractive people thinking like, ooh la la. And they might be horrible human beings. And those are the people I keep swiping on. And then other times, you know, someone who I am not initially attracted to, it turns out they've got a pretty dope personality. And then my eyes start seeing them as being much more attractive. And that I don't get that from a dating app. You know, I can't see if their personality is one that would appeal to me. But I do try to read people's bios and crap. I put time into mine, maybe others put time into theirs. And that's the big thing. Judging personalities. But of course, you know, judging personalities by real life would mean I'd have to leave my house, and that is terrifying. Oh my god. I know. Leaving the house. Ugh. Something horrible for sure. I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, how am I doing on the Jar of Souls? I think I got my wanted level all the way up. So that's good. That is going in the direction I need it to go. Then I need to find like 150 more of whatever I need, the cinders, in order to open up the next chest in the next area when I go there. Ouch. Alright, I'm going to start moving in that direction. There's a very good chance they'll knock me off my high horse. They love doing it. What am I doing? I'm still wanted. Ah, I think I lost it. I got it in my head that I had cleared out that area, and then I realized people were still spawning because they were like, don't you want to kill more dudes? That's okay, I don't need the Hellborn. So missing the Hellborn isn't a big deal. It's missing the dudes, the regular dudes, that was a big deal.
Fortunate timing. Let's see who can hunt the most meat.
Oh, it's a Variana event!
Wins. Winner picks the dinner menu.
Don't let her win. We absolutely do not want her picking the dinner menu. Variana, you're great in a fight, not great in the kitchen. But I think I'm winning. Just judging by the math right now, I think I am in the lead. We'll have to get someone to run the numbers. 10 versus 164. She might be catching up. I mean, I'm only at 200 something now. And those elites are only worth 1.
You beat me, so you choose. What's on the menu?
Fish. You can't make people out of fish. So let's have fish tonight. Alright, we're ignoring all of those dudes because I want to get to the next area. Because that's where we'll find our next chest. Ooh boy! Was not expecting that kind of reception, if I'm honest. But there it is. Do our best to stay alive. Okay, we're doing fine. We're doing fine! I'm just riding through all these enemies. I do that because we're doing fine. Alright, alright. Let's cull this demon population. It's bad for the environment. They're an invasive species. We gotta make sure to eliminate them whenever they spawn. Look at that. A whole carrier just popping up right in front of me. Ah, dang it. I didn't want to do that. I'm leaving. It's my least favorite thing. Those little guys. I'm sure they're worth plenty of stuff. I just don't enjoy doing them. So I don't. Also, I cannot tell. I don't think I am wanted yet. Yeah, I think it's still going up. That doesn't stop these guys from spawning in and taking cheap shots at me, though, so... Okay, so if we do any overtime today, it is just going to be to complete this particular challenge, but I don't think I need to do it because I could save completing the challenge and this chapter until tomorrow. Because I only have one challenge left for everything else. Well, I don't know why I'm making plans just yet. Let's see how this goes. Okay. trying to get over to that. There he is. I was like, I just wanted to get to that Harbinger. He was right there, and it felt like he just kept getting further and further away. I see another one, so I'm likely gonna head in that direction. Although I am very appreciative of all of these dudes who showed up to fight me. That was very kind of them. Okay. There we go. Still not quite at our max wanted level, but we're getting there. I imagine if I can take out a few dudes, it'll get there. Really, if I can find a couple of elites, that would really do it. That did it. Now this time I gotta be smart and not just right away as soon as I clear out this small group of people. Let's head back up here. Now that I got Subo, I can see where enemies are, and I need to try to stick with them. I don't know who I'm hanging out with in the open world, but hopefully we're not competing against each other trying to get dudes on the map. Alright. That was not very smart of me to stand right inside of his poison explosion like that, but you know, what's new? That's the way I do. I also keep hoping that they'll spawn a second mystery chest, but they're not going to do that. They're only going to give me the one, and I've already opened it. But while we're down here, we might as well help out.
Not much gets past me.
I don't like any of these events where I have to let them get into my area. Because, you know, I'm doing mostly long distance damage. Wow, that was a bad thing. And so whenever they're like, lure them in, get them close to you, I'm like, no, that's not how I want to do damage. Quit punishing me for doing the damage that I want to do. If I were a barbarian, then yes, I would want them to come to me so I could hit them right in the face. But that's not the way I'm playing. I want them to be far away. Oh well, whatever. Alright. So at this point, I am kind of just killing the clock, because I don't think that I will get to a place where they will spawn another chest, and I don't think my wanted level gets to stay from Helltide to Helltide. So like if this one ends and I am very close to filling up my wanted level, I don't know if I get to take that over to the next Helltide. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm definitely happy with letting them come to me. Woo! There, yeah, just felt the heat hit. There's not going to be an overtime tonight. It is. My house is starting to become a nice little brick oven. I'm glad I have air conditioning. But when I don't turn it on, it gets hot. So we got about 20 minutes before the stream is over. We can make a plan for tomorrow. It's looking as though we are going to finish the community challenge this week. It's possible that, you know, people don't show up for the rest of the week and we don't complete it. So if that's the case, you're going to have to help out, you stranger hanging out in the comments. You can always contribute towards that Fry Play challenge. Essentially what it is, ignore what the text says. We're going to do it on one of the weekends that I am available, and it's going to be regular hours. It's not going to be the hours that I have listed on the challenge. They don't allow me to update that. And so we'll just do regular Sammy time on a Friday for a Fry Play. And as Blazin just pointed out, we're at like 85%. So it's getting there, baby. I keep looking at that hopefully, thinking it's gonna happen any minute now. They're gonna refresh the chests. They're not gonna refresh the chests. But I'm so very close to getting my wanted level all the way up again that I am kind of sticking around. I was thinking about like heading back to Karagar, maybe doing the pit one more time, maybe twice. And now I'm like, I don't know, if I could get my wanted level all the way up, that might actually get us what we're looking for. Okay, while we're relatively safe, we just need to kill 50 more dudes during a max wanted. And then I just need to open up one more chest. That's why I am tempted to do a little bit of overtime. And who knows, maybe I'll just turn on my air conditioner and you guys can listen to it whining in the background. It is quite the noise. I have become deaf to it because I have lived with it for many years. Until I am editing video and then I can hear it whining in the background and I'm like, wow, how have I tolerated this for multiple years? And the answer is I just don't hear it anymore. Okay, let's take a look. But the reason I'm talking about doing a little bit of overtime tonight is because I only have to open one more mystery chest. I only have to get 50 more kills on max wanted. So I am chasing down dudes instead of letting them come to me. That's a pretty large group. Ignore that exclamation point. That is just a graphical error. I have already completed the fractured peaks, so there are no more quests to get. Now I do wish it would tell me what my progress is. I want to believe that I got all 50 of them there, but I won't know until I switch over there and take a look. I did. Okay. So we only need one more mystery chest, and then that challenge is completed.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start getting ready for it. I'm going to do the pit a couple of times. We're going to have a few minutes of overtime today, so if you are hanging out in the chat, go for it. If you are in the chat, I have added some new subscriber-only emotes. I need to update the bit emotes for dropping bits. It's mostly for Gaming Mike's benefit, since he's the one who drops the most bits consistently. But I just have to come up with an idea for what those ones will be. I also need to animate a few more of my emotes, but they are there. If you are a subscriber, there are some new emotes ready for you to play with. Oh, nope, that's a mother's embrace. I was like, ooh, did I get a better one? But that does mean mother's embrace, and then mother's embrace. And everything else can go away. We don't want any of it anymore. Alright, so I did collect some obdicite, probably from a goblin. Maybe they drop out of Helltide chests. I don't know. I've never paid attention.
More there than I thought.
I think that's it. I think that's all I can afford. Yeah. And before we dive in, we gotta do a couple of things. Get both of those. And then I want critical strike. I want intelligence, resistance, and dodge. And then I'm going to need to make some more of those guys. Whoops. I always get lost on my way to the pit. Alright, wish me luck. I have died once at a tier 60, so the goal is to just get through this. We don't need to. I've got all of my stuff legendary at this point. So this is really just for my own edification and getting these things stronger, you know. The bonuses do increase as you level them up. Also, I can probably finish off the battle pass. I only have like one more piece of armor to purchase with the tokens. Oh, and I need to go check my seasonal favor. Because I know I have leveled that up several times, and I've just never been back ever since I finished the story. But I figured out that's where the ancestral magic stuff is dropping. Apparently they want you to be collecting the seasonal rewards a little bit earlier than I have been collecting them. Before they would be ancestral. Okay, get out of that. I mean, we're doing pretty well. And then I get to an enemy that takes 1,000,000 hits to kill. And that's when I'm like, maybe we're not doing so well. Good. Of course, if I can take them all out in like one hit, then that's just fine. I'm back to feeling confident and good about myself. Back to feeling like I'm the best there is. So as long as I don't run into another person who takes 1,000,000 hits to kill, then I'll be feeling confident and good. Excellent. Okay. Into the portal we go. We are halfway through the progression. Blah, 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 blah. I know words, I promise. And we might be able to warm up with a 65 tomorrow. See how that goes. Yeah, progress recession. Progression. I haven't even had alcohol. Okay. There we go. I gotta remember that I am fast. I'm a quick little bunny if I'm actually moving. But if I just start walking, then I'm like, wow, I'm so slow. And it's like, I'm really not. I'm very, very quick. I just have to, you know, use an ability to be very, very quick. Wow. Once again, not paying attention and letting the floor kill me. Keep putting my hydras in the wrong spot. Excellent. Excellent. I don't think I've died at all. I have not. So, assuming that I roll that 25% chance of getting double glyph upgrades, I should get 5 upgrades on this. There. Got her knocked down. Excellent. Okay. I'm into it. Alright, so taking a look at this, I could do these in any order that I want. I think I'm going to do it in the order that they are installed. So I think I'll start with Elementalist, and we'll just see how that goes. Of course, I'm also watching that 100%. If that goes down to 90, then I'm moving to the next one and leveling that up. But pit level 60, I'm still at 100%, so I'm into that. That does not have anything I want, so that's going to get thrown away. It's the same either direction. So we are going to do a little bit of overtime. So I'll do all of the goodbyes and stuff like that when we are getting close to finishing. I want to complete one of these challenges. I'm going to take a look at it to show. I only need to get one more Gift of Mystery open, which means I just need to collect 250 cinders and then find the thing, not die, and open it up. I can also take a look and see if I can open this. Now that I have made all of my glyphs that I'm using go into Legendary, I can actually use up my my gems to do this, but it's the most expensive one, the amulets. Yeah, man, still haven't even come close. So 117,000 seems to be where I'm close. Nope, 124. So this is going to be the one that's probably not going to get completed until significantly later. Instead, I think we're more likely to defeat Belial and collect that last tortured gift. So I think tomorrow is going to primarily be spent working on this, defeating Belial. And then if we happen to collect a load of gem fragments, then we can do this challenge and also finish that chapter. But I think it's more likely that we'll defeat Belial in Torment 3. We have Torment 4 unlocked. I'm just not dealing with it until we're in the Destroyer chapter. So, lots of Helltides today. Lots of bosses tomorrow. It'll be exciting to see how all of it goes. But we got about a 5-minute break between the pit. So I'm going to dive into tier 65. See if I can survive. We'll see what happens. If I make it, great. If I don't, also great. But then we're going to go back into the Helltide and try to finish off that challenge. All we got to do is find 250 cinders in the Helltide and then take dudes out. I'm a little concerned with how much muscle these guys seem to have. Of course, it could just be that I gotta take out the champions. They're, you know, boosting everybody. Yeah, I think it was just the champions. Dang it. I even saw it happen. I saw myself get hit by that trap and I was like, oh, I better not hit L2. I better not fire off that Frost Nova. And then the trap hit me and I fired off the Frost Nova. It was not my proudest moment. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes we fire off our Frost Novas a little prematurely, and we shouldn't be judged by our premature Frost Novas. You know? We're just a little out of practice. We haven't had a Frost Nova anyone for a while. Maybe show some grace and dignity and as we get ourselves back up. Okay? Okay? Good. Glad we see eye to eye on this. No more Frost Nova shaming. Oh boy. The champions are the ones causing me the most troubles. Because they usually show up in pairs, and one boosts the other. Which is a very good design. Because, you know, then all the regular enemies get 2 boosts, and everyone has at least 1 boost, and I like that. Of course, if I find myself going through all of my abilities trying to kill one dude, that's a little frustrating. Get out of that. Excellent. Oh, I love my ultimate. It's a very good ultimate. Alright, off we go into the next area. We got about 2 minutes before the Helltide starts back up. So hopefully I can survive these 2 minutes. Excellent. I mean, the Protection Shrine is always probably going to be one of my favorite shrines, just because it allows me to play recklessly, but I love the Critical Strike one. I have a few things where cooldowns get reduced if I can get a Critical Strike. Mostly I'm looking for the lucky hit chance. And I don't know if the critical chance improves lucky hit. To me, that seems like the same thing. But what do I know? Is he? Don't tell me that. Let me just believe. I guess I should have believed that he is formidable. Alright, let's do it again. I gotta watch out for his lightning. That's what's doing it. But now we know we're gonna have to redo 65. and see if I can survive it. Alright, good. Got the champion. Okay. Still got a few seconds away from getting my ultimate back. I don't even need it. I don't know why you guys were stressing. I wasn't stressing. And down we go. Deeper into the pit. Deeper into danger. Deeper into despair. Whew. I think we're doing fine. I think we're doing just fine. But yeah. We are definitely gonna need to hit 65 again tomorrow. But who knows, maybe we'll get lucky with that box of mysteries and we'll get either an ancestral focus that I can use, or we'll get the ancestral gloves that I'm looking for. Like, I have almost all of the pieces I need. I just need a couple more to get masterworked. And so I need the ancestral just to fully max out the masterworking. Okay. Doing pretty well. Let's just kind of stand in the corner. Alright, usually this would be where I just give up and abandon, but I feel like I've still got plenty of time. I feel like I'm gonna go for it. I don't need the rewards. We're just doing it because we're this close. Get outside of that. Oh boy. Got one of them launching fire bombs, another one launching lightning. Oh, they're both dead. I'm over here, you know, planning my attacks, figuring out how I'm going to fight these guys, and they're not even alive anymore. Like that one battle in Russia during World War II. I do not remember where it was, but there was a Russian fort being invaded by the Nazis during World War II. Who knows, maybe it was World War I. It was still Germans versus the Russians. But anyway, the Russian fort was fallen. They were not getting any reinforcements. Was it Stalingrad? Where they had essentially a bunch of dead and dying men propped up. And then they had like scarecrows and other stuff. And the invading forces refused to actually take the fort because they thought that they had been replenished and that there were fresh men, because like every window had a body with a weapon standing guard. And I just love that. I love deception. Okay. Little by little, we're getting there. But if that sounds like Stalingrad, that's pretty rad. And I don't remember which war it was. This may shock you guys, but I don't know a lot about history. I don't know a lot about anything. Whew. Very appreciative of having that water near me. So, what we are working towards, this is the overtime going on right now, is I just need to find 250 cinders And then I just need to open up a mystery chest. So let's start here. There's also a trophy for getting like 6,666 cinders in Nahantu Helltides. And I hardly ever come to Nahantu.
I seek fame and glory.
I'm also not going to listen to what these guys have to say, because... In fact, I don't know why I'm even listening to them. That's something I'm going to work on my own time. Okay. We are in the Helltide. And let's assume this is going to cost 250. So let's just make our way in that direction, looking for stuff on the ground. Or baddies to get. Ooh boy, there's a lot of dudes exploding in front of me. There it is. Okay, I am doing really well. I keep worrying that I am walking into something that's going to hurt, and then I seem to be avoiding it.
Want someone or something found, you find me.
Okie dokie, that's good to know. Right now I don't, but thank you, Subo, for telling me. It is good to advocate for yourself and your abilities. No one's gonna advocate for you. You gotta speak out for yourself. And that's what he does. He does it all the time. Be like Subo. Brag about what you're good at. I'm good at talking on a microphone. That sounds like the pits. No worries. Okay, I'm getting into that event, mostly because I imagine that they will give me a lot of stuff for it. Of course, every time I start getting hit by dudes, then I get blinded. Get my guys back out, get that going. Perfect. See? Easy peasy, as I keep saying. I don't know why you guys don't believe me. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. Okay. I was worried that I had somehow set my pin to the mission that I am ignoring and not to the chest I am trying to get to. I am 150 cinders away from it. We're just working on taking dudes out. I might have to run away. No, I will not. I thought I might have to run off to collect my whispers, but I don't think I will. I don't think I will collect enough favor for that to be an issue. Yeah, grow infuriated. See if I care. Oop, okay. Someone was trying to make me fearful, so I wanted to go find him, but I might have killed him already. Alright. Little by little, we're getting there. I mean, of course, we'll get the Whisper before we get to 250, but getting to 250 is going to complete a Whisper, which is dope. I like multitasking. That's the best. Okay. There. So that, yeah, I was gonna say, that Whisper should have been completed. Just means, you know, that we get to take out that dude who's got some keys on him. Okay. Just need to get 49 more embers. Cinders, not embers. Embers would be cute, actually. If we're just trying to collect these tiny, hellish embers to keep Hell's light alive. But cinders make sense. Cinders will last a little while. Okay. We're so close. Every time they drop more dudes for me, that definitely makes my life a little easier. All right. We're at 230. We only need 20 more. Of course, we might get it just from, you know, making Hell angry at us. In fact, we did. So that means we're only going to have one more challenge to do tomorrow in order to get the new cat. Oh, I'm stuck. Stuck on a cliff. But I'm still going to want to complete the final chapter of the season. I know it's only a title, that's really all that I'm working towards at that point, but that's, you know, I've finished almost every season since I got Diablo 4. I want to continue. And before we head out, I'm going to let my wanted level get all the way through. But there we go. Tides of Hell is completed. And so tomorrow, I can go after Belial. I would like to go after him with enough keys in order to open the chest. But I'm pretty sure I can just fight him. You know, I don't think I need to open the chest at the end. Alright. There. Everybody dead. Alright, back to Karagar. That was all I wanted to do. That was all I wanted to deal with. So, if you want to support this channel, the best way to do it is to hit that follow button. We are 16 people away from the goal of 100 followers. If you want to help get us closer to that goal, share the channel with your friends. We stream 4 days a week for 3 hours per day, and I would love to have more people here hanging out with us. If you want to support the show financially, and you are able to, hit that subscribe button. If you're sitting on a Prime membership, you can you can use that here. Give me that Prime subscription. I'll take it. Turn off all the ads and give me some of your money. If you're watching in the future on YouTube, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. If you want to leave a comment, just give me a time signature so I know what you were talking about. YouTube. I like it, Blazin'. And then finally, if you enjoy podcasts, check out mine. It's called Potato Chip Pictures. You can find new episodes most Fridays. And I will be back here tomorrow where we will continue working on the season journey. We're just going to work on one of these two things. Both are just going to take time. That's really what it boils down to. So we're just going to have to work at it and try to get it done. While I've got you here, we might as well finish off the battle pass. Yep, there it is. And that does it for the battle pass. That is now completely finished. I have done all of it. I have also done all of the Berserk stuff. So that is also finished. All we got left to do is the season journey, baby. It's going to be a great time. So come back tomorrow, and thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye!